Hi, quick video to help you understand and practice the three-part breath. What is a three-part breath? Very simple. It helps you to build your breathing capacity, to use your breath to the full capacity, where we're going to breathe into belly, ribs, and chest. And I'll show it in a minute. Now, why is this important? Because most of us, especially in Western society, we breathe too shallow and too fast. I think on average is between 12 and 20 breaths per minute. Whereas for good health, well-being and overall, and even for longevity, they say around 6 breaths per minute is actually optimal. So if I look at myself, my resting breathing rate per minute is around 15. So that's actually quite high, which is an indication that my nervous system is actually usually activated in the day-to-day breathing that I do, even if I feel calm and relaxed. Still, I'm giving signals to my body that there is some pressure, there is some tension, there is some stress. So when you practice this three-part breath, you are practicing um, getting more into your full breathing capacity. You're building awareness and trying to get that full breathing capacity more often. Of course, this is not something that will change in an instant, but you will by practicing it regularly, by doing some other breathing techniques, by joining conscious connected breathwork sessions, you will gradually start lowering that number of breaths per minute. So here we go, the three-part breath. So you're going to try to fill your belly, your ribs, and your chest, and you can start practicing filling your belly. So when you're breathing, you're going to try to fill your belly like a balloon. So you see my belly rising, and maybe like this, you can see it better. So you breathe deep into the belly, even towards your hips. You can visualize going towards your hips, so quite low to the bottom of the belly. So that's the first part of the breath. So it helps to put your hand on the belly to feel if you can do that. Generally, also, they say that if on day-to-day breathing you are more a belly breather, that helps to also signal to the body that everything is calm, that everything is safe, that everything is relaxed. So try it for a couple of times, just breathing into the belly. And then as a second part, we're going to include the ribs. So the ribs, you have to think of this, the size of your ribs, and you're going to try to expand them outward. So when you're breathing in, we can still do the belly on one hand, and then the second part is going to be the ribs. So first, when I breathe in, as you saw, I first breathe it in into the belly and then towards the ribs. So you can see, if you see well, that my ribs are expanding outward. So that's the movement that we're trying to get. This one for me, when I started doing this, was the most difficult one. I had no clue how to do that. So if that's the same for you, no problem. Just with a bit of practice, you will notice that you can start breathing more into that part of your chest, of your torso. So that's the second part. And then when you have belly, ribs, we're going to go into the upper chest, so the heart area. So we're going to try to bring the air all the way up into this part of the body. So sit straight, do this again. Belly, ribs, upper part of the chest. So that's what it starts to look like when you do it several times. Belly, ribs, chest. And as you can see, for me, this is quite a restricted area. So there's quite a lot of tension for me. So I have difficulties bringing that air up into the chest. When you visualize it, you visualize from belly moving into the ribs, up into the chest, and you can think of it as a wave of air that is going up through your body and back down through your body. So one more time. And I take little breaks now to show you how this goes, but when you practice, just try to make it one fluent movement like that wave. I hope this helps to understand what the three-part breath is. So for me, this is a foundational thing to practice so that your breathing capacity can increase. And from there, then you can start adding more breathing techniques and do more of the conscious connected breathing, where in the conscious connected breathing, by the way, we are using this three-part breath all the time. Hope it was helpful. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.